Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Woodbine Racetrack here on Saturday. It is October the 13th, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Woodbine, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Gonna look at the stakes races 3, 7, 9, and 10. So races 3, 7 feature 9th race and the 10th race. Let's get on to it. The third race from Woodbine, first race I'll be talking about. Third race is the Ontario Derby, Grade 3, purse $125,000. This race is for 3-year-olds. Field of 6 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on the all-weather Tapeta surface. 1,800 meters, 1.8 Tapeta. Top selection in the Ontario Derby. I like the 4-horse here, Strike Me Down. Gonna go 4-1-3 in the tricast, so the trifecta. 4-1-3, tricast, trifecta. Top selection of 4-horse, Strike Me Down. 3-year-old called by Tappet here. Jose Ortiz comes in for the mount for Grand Motion. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of September at Saratoga. 1 mile inner turf course, an optional 80 claimer. The horse finished second by a nose there, but because he was lugging in, they disqualified him to third, which, that the Saratoga stewards this summer were very inconsistent. I think that's an understatement, shall we say. But, I don't know if this horse should have really been disqualified. Actually, the first 2 were disqualified there, and I don't think, they were both deserving of that. It was just a weird call there. Before that, Saratoga, mile 16th on the inner, and an obsolete claimer, 29th of July. The horse finished second by a neck. Really closed up well. It wasn't a half bad race there. And then back here at Woodbine, a mile and a quarter of the Queen's Plate. Horse finished 4th by 7.5 lengths. Had a little bit of a turn of foot, but Wonder Godot just ran a hell of a race there. But the horse before that broke the maiden at back here at Woodbine in early May, going a mile 16th by a neck. Really on lead all throughout. Had a great victory. This horse has some speed if he wants to use it, or he can come from behind. He's versatile. And, this race, I think it's a good spot for him to get a victory. So let's get to Ontario, bred the victory in the Ontario Derby. So to recap my selection for the third from Woodbine, it's the Ontario Derby. Gonna go with the 4-horse Strike Me Down. Gonna go 4-1-3 in the tricast of the trifecta. So we're gonna head over to race number 7 now from Woodbine. The 7th race, it's for the sprinters. It's the Nearctic Stakes, Grade 2, purse $250,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going to the post. The distance of ground here of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the E.P. Taylor Turf Course. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. Top selection in the Nearctic. I like the number 2 horse, Kitten's Cat. Gonna go 2-7-3 in the tricast of the trifecta. 2-7-3 tricast trifecta. Top selection of 2 horse, Kitten's Cat. 4-year-old colt by Kitten's Joy. Enrico de Silvio is on this one for Mike Maker and the Ramseys. The horse's most recent outing came the 3rd of September here at Woodbine. 6 furlongs and option 6-2 claimer. The horse won by 1 1/4 lengths there. Sat back early but had a great turn of foot. A little bit wide, but he won nicely. Good race there for this horse. Before that, the 5th of August, back here at Woodbine, 6.5 option 6-2 claimer. The horse finished third by 1.5 lengths. Again, had a great turn of foot. He just missed a little bit at the end, but he ran a good race. And then back again here at Woodbine, 7 furlongs off 6-2 claimer, 7th of July. First started off a little bit of a break. He finished second by a neck. He got the lead in the stretch, and then he just kind of got overtaken by Sweet Little Man, who's running back in this one. Just couldn't keep up. He's run 4 times here at Woodbine and has 1 win. All 4 races have been incredible. He's stepping up into stakes quality horses for the first time in North America in 10 months. I don't think that should be a problem. I think he's a lot better horse than he was a few months ago. His last stakes race was actually not in America. It was in the Barbados at a 5.5 furlong listed stakes where he finished second by a half length. Couldn't find a replay for that race. If anybody knows where to get those Barbados replays, just comment below. But according to that, he finished second by a half length, and he was carrying heavyweight. But other than that, I have no idea what he did there. But before that, in the wood chipper at Fairgrounds, did find a replay for that, even though it's just as hard to find Churchill replays or Fairgrounds Churchill Incorporated replays. But Fairgrounds, his last North America stakes race in the wood chipper, he finished third by 2.5 lengths, and he had a decent race there, a little bit wide, but he got around the race course well. I like him a lot here at 12-1. He's going to be a price play for me, so watch out. So to recap my selections for the 7th from Woodbine, it's the Grade 2 Nearctic. Gonna go with the 2-horse Kitten's Cat. Gonna go 273 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So we're gonna head over to race number 9, the feature race of the afternoon. The 9th race from Woodbine, it's the Pattison Canadian International. Grade 1 purse $800,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going the distance of ground of 2,400 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1.5 on the E.P. Taylor lawn, the turf course. 2,400 meters, a mile and a half. Top selection in the E.P. Taylor. I like the number 6 horse here, the 6-horse Spring Quality. Gonna go 6-10-2 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 6-10-2 TriCast trifecta. Top selection 6-horse Spring Quality. 6-year-old gelding by Quality Road. Edgar Prado's on this run for Grand Motion. The horse's most recent outing came the 29th of September at Belmont. Mile and a half on the Widener in the Turf Classic. On soft ground, the horse finished 7th by 39.5 lengths. Never got into it. You know, the winner Channel Maker just had a hell of a race on the front and on the inside. This horse just wasn't getting into him. It wasn't the day to win. I think change of scenery to Woodbine today. I think he'll run a lot better. Hopefully the ground is a little bit drier. If it rains, I'll be a little scared, but a little drier ground should help this one. Before that, this horse ran the 25th of August at Saratoga, mile and a half in the Grade 1 Sword Dancer. The horse finished 3rd by 3 3/4 lengths there, and he had a little bit of a turn of it. He was the only one of 2 horses that closed up on that turf course behind Glorious Emperor, who ran the race of his life there. So Channel Maker closed up, and this horse closed up. You know, he ran okay there off the break, and then before that, in the Grade 1 Manhattan at Belmont, mile and a quarter, June the 9th. Horse won by a neck from 13 out of 13 going a mile and a quarter. For this horse to go against the bias, which is usually speed from the rail, he closed up from a wide trip from the back of the pack from last to get there in time. It was a very good race. There was an all-out finish, but he ran a hell of a race there. And then before then, the Fort Marcy at Belmont, mile and 8th inner turf course, finished 2nd by 3/4 length. Another race where he ran quite well. You know, I like this horse a lot. You know, I think he's like I said, I think a change of scenery should help this one. 4-1, watch out for him. So to recap my selections for the night from Woodbine, it's the Grade 1 Canadian International. Going to go with the 6-horse Spring Quality. Going to go 6-10-2 in the TriCast, or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 10. The 10th race from Woodbine, it's the E.P. Taylor Stakes, Grade 1, purse $500,000. This race is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters, if you want to go with that, with a distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/4 on the E.P. Taylor lawn, the turf course. 2,000 meters, a mile and a quarter. I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down my notes, just bear with me. Top selection here in the E.P. Taylor. I like the 2-horse Santa Monica. I think she's a very good horse, and I think she'll run well. I'll go 2-3-8 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 2-3-8 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 2-horse Santa Monica. This 5-year-old mare by Master Craftsman. Jose Ortiz gets leg up for Chad Brown. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of September at Saratoga. Mile 3/8 inner turf course in the Grade 2 Glen Falls. The horse finished 2nd by 2 1/4 lengths there. Stalked most of the race and just couldn't catch Lady Montador, who ran a hell of a race on the front end. Like I said, the inner turf course races at Saratoga are speed favoring horses. A lot of horses went wire to wire in those marathon staying races. This horse just ran a good race closing up there. It wasn't the world's worst race. Before that, though, back here at Woodbine, mile and a quarter in the Dance Smartly, the horse won by a half length. Closing up from last, this horse had a great turn of foot, and she won for fun. A good race. And then the Sheep's Head Bay at Belmont, mile 3/8, made the 5th. Horse finished 3rd by a half length. You know, it wasn't the world's worst race for her, closing up well. And then before that, she broke her North America maiden at Keeneland, mile and a half in a lounge race. She broke the maiden in North America by 4 lengths. Not her maiden, as in you know, she did win a race in Europe before that, but it was her first start in stateside and first win stateside. She won by 4 lengths, closing up from the backpack. She just won for fun. Best horse by a mile there, and she proved it. But, you know, I think coming here to North America with probably with Lasix and facing lesser quality horses, I think she's really found something else, and I like her a lot here. She should do well, so watch out. So to recap my selection for the 10th from Woodbine, it's the Grade 1 E.P. Taylor Stakes. Going to go with the 2-horse Santa Monica. Going to go 2-3-8 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5. Good luck, everybody.